It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on George Kittle. It was triple digits for him a week ago, 112 total yards rushing. It's the 49ers and the Cowboys on Sunday Night Primetime.
It is a part of the country that could definitely use the rain, but it's also going to make for a very wet track tonight here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 20 carries, 116 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Prescott steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? On 3rd down, it's Pollard. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The Niners offense set to go to work. And it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey, and he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week, 18 carries, 83 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Purdy looking to throw. And the Cowboys Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. It's taken to the 26. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That too.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Prescott now on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago with a victory over Arizona.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run forward with Pollard. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. First time that they pulled his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that.
There he goes left side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, Maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing, Prescott. And this one too low. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. And now it's 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about...
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the 49ers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it on first down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Purdy now to throw. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And he's got this down to the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Purdy. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the side.
Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, That play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Dallas.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Takes it to about the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Going to run again here with Pollard. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
2nd down, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On is the punter, Brian Ager, to kick this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy from the gun. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over first and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second and 10. Prescott to throw it. Floating one, incomplete.
Well, incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they get something going here on third down.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Purdy's throw complete there to McLeod. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On third down, it's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 38-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. Now Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Equanimous St. Brown, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now.
And lastly, on Monday Night Football, a rematch of the second ever Super Bowl. Packers and Raiders from Las Vegas at 8:15 Eastern Time. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Connects with Kittle underneath. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as he'll get this up to the 32. Out of the gun, Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Purdy firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around. Back to throw again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Purdy looking to throw. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 35.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Purdy off the play fake. This will be caught at Samuel. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Marquise Bell leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ray McLeod, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Now Moody for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This will come out to the 25. It's Lewis going to opt to not return it. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This one thrown deep for Schoonmaker. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them.
Touchdown, 49ers! Jamal Agnew, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
This will come out to the 25. It's Lewis going to opt to not return it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Pollard again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And now they're in the hurry-up. Third and short yardage. Prescott able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Pollard will take it up the gut. He'll get this up to about the 44. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Over the middle, it's complete. And the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 21-yard line.
Now Prescott going to change the play. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And now they'll shift things around.
Prescott from the gun. And his throw here's incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is playing?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. That is caught, and he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Lamb will go in motion. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as he'll give to Pollard. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. And he fires one incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 12.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Prescott off play action. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a party gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for San Francisco, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.